Two escaped Florida inmates who had been serving life sentences are now back behind bars.
Well, this energy drink has several ingredients, including caffeine and ginseng. It's designed to give people a boost. Tagoba says police came and dusted for fingerprints. Now, luckily, no one was hurt and the store is back open. The truck driver who died in the crash is now identified as 39-year-old Kenneth Anders of Girard, Illinois. Rescue workers are on the scene of a helicopter crash in Scotland.
And deliberations, they came back around 4, saying they could not reach a verdict.
In Tom and Meredith, it was just last month that Paul McDowell from Ravenna won the $40 million prize. Things have been blooming across Texoma this spring, and now bees seem to be increasing in number. Tom, we're talking about the kind of day where you go to take a drink from the water fountain and the water comes out warm.
A woman who lives next door to the apartment in Hugo where the shooting happened says she heard loud noises.
What did it sound like?
Just glass breaking, like somebody banging on the window.
She called me and said she heard somebody beating on the window. So I come up here and I looked around. I didn't see nobody. I seen neighbors standing outside, and that's when the cops showed up.
Hugo police were called around 11 Saturday night to the Southwind Acres apartments off South 15th. They found 23-year-old Floyd Clegg of Colbert and 19-year-old Quaylen Hayden of Sherman shot multiple times.
The suspect came in through the door of a woman who lived in an apartment complex there. She had a couple of people over.
It's ridiculous. I mean, pretty much a kid was killed.
The OSBI says their suspect, 33-year-old Dwaylon Rainey of Hugo, goes by the nickname Hog.
Agents say a witness told them that the suspect came into the apartment and shot both men, then ran away. Both victims were taken to Choctaw Memorial Hospital, where they were pronounced dead.
I don't know that he knew the victims. I believe that several other witnesses knew him or knew of him, and that's why they were able to identify him for us.
They said the guy that done the shooting had run out in between those apartments over across the street. They had that pickup with those big 4 lights on the back of it, and they were shining and touching on the ground and all over both places, over here and over there too.
Now, after a violent night, some neighbors consider themselves lucky.
It's kind of spooky right here, close to home. Yeah. I mean, my mother just lives, 40 yards across there, and all those bullets flying. I mean, she could have got hit too.
It's scary. Yep. It's real scary. We live in a small town, but it can happen anywhere.
In Hugo, I'm Alex Belser reporting. A Denison couple had quite the shock when they noticed their pickup truck going into the lake.
We were sitting there fishing, and all of a sudden we heard a pop and a clink, 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 and my truck popped out of park. And it's in the bottom of the Lake Texoma now.
I had my eye on the poles. I was sitting there fishing and know who it is. Just hanging out, and all of a sudden I heard a big old pop noise, and so there my husband looked over and there went the truck. So I mean, it just happened so quickly.
It happened around 5 at the boat ramp by the Denison Dam. Just Wednesday, another pickup truck was pulled from the water at the same place.
I was just driving by and seen a couple tow trucks, and I thought, oh no, I hope we don't have another one.
The couple says they've come here several times boating before, but this time they were just fishing. They had parked the pickup truck on the ramp, and they say after about 10 minutes they noticed it suddenly started rolling toward the water.
It went way on out there, and I thought it was going to stay up on top. But it didn't. It sunk.
I'm pretty freaked out about it. I mean, couldn't believe how quickly it sank.
Some onlookers who saw parts of the other truck rescue couldn't believe it either.
It was the day before yesterday, so it's kind of strange that it's 2 times in a row.
I was surprised. I was very surprised it happened again.
About 7 o'clock, 2 divers from the Colbert Fire Department went in. They got the pickup back on dry land after attaching the hook to a large tow truck.
You could see the vehicle when you got close to it. It had about a foot of visibility. Most of it was by feel.
By the time anyone got to the house, it was already too late to save it.
Looked like sticks and fire. It was already gone.
Robert Snow says he was at his cousin's house down the road when he got an unexpected wake-up call.
We were sleeping, and a neighbor come and banged on the door, and he's the one. His dogs were outside raising hell, and he went outside to check it out, and he seen the fire from a mile away and come and woke us up, and then we came up here.
It was dark, but the flames provided enough light for firefighters from Atoka, Bentley, and Tushka, who soon showed up to Allison Road south of Tushka around 2 a.m. They worked for hours, but the house was destroyed. When the sun came up, family members got a clearer view of what was left.
It's devastating. That's the only word I can think to describe it. It's devastating.
My little brother, my little sister, and then my 2 little cousins, all their Christmas presents were here.
Family members say the couple that owns the house was away visiting relatives in Enid for Christmas, and that they plan to come home and survey the damage.
They're still in shock. I mean, I'm sure it'll hit them when they get here and see it, but my uncle didn't even believe it.
In shock that their home of more than 10 years was destroyed on Christmas morning.
I mean, we all took a big loss on it. We all had stuff here, and kids are the biggest thing though. I mean, we had they're coming back tomorrow, and nothing's here for them.